Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Brown. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. This will be caught by Brown. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Here's Dalton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. 23 yards on the play. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Nice. Here you go, 368.
Passing, it's Dalton. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it and go,
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Oh.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal. To throw here, Dalton. The quick slant caught. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He needs to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to. He coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Bengals grab it. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, and maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
You hate me.
Oh, well, dry. And now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to
Come on, stop.
Touchdown, Bengal.
Come on, stop.
Corey Grant, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Jesus Lord. Why does that even hit me right now? I'm so mean to me
For
right
the point
now.
after is Randy Bullock.
Yeah, I'm just saying, ill to him with his butt be bleeding. Yeah, I'm seeing him shutting him down. When he bleeds. The double standard in this house.
We'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward.
The double standard in this house.
And it's good.
Double standard.
Come on. I see you do that. It's all muscle. Go to bed, Jay. I swear you like.
Oh, he's big mad, Riley. That he big mad? Mm-hmm. Big mad.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Come on, babe. See. Get in there.
No, please stop.
This is taking about 7 yards deep.
I'm
And at the stop
sorry.
sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Can you stop being so tight? I'm not gonna have fun with you. You're being mean.
The Raven
God.
offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. With a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world.
Get your
You're having
caca.
trouble scoring.
Oh,
or
Daddy,
moving
you're
the
cute.
ball
Can I get
down.
No. What happened?
Get us back.
No. Go ahead.
Exploit it. And
Go
try to
ahead.
move
Go
the
ahead,
ball.
go.
Come here.
Yep, Daddy, please go get Charlie.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up
Hey,
with
Daddy.
2nd and 5.
She said Daddy. Yep, see, she's calling you. She want Daddy.
No, you probably.
You hear her calling you. Go get her.
To throw is Jackson. He'll dump this down to Matt
You
Breida.
hear her daughter calling you.
Getting this just shy of
I'll
midfield.
pick
They'll
it up.
spot it at the
You
40.
wanna
Stop.
19 yards
Riley.
there on
You
the
need
catch.
one
Quiet. Go to sleep. Come on, stop. You and Riley about to go.
Jackson, his first
Yeah, Riley
NFL
about to go
start
bite
came
night
against
night.
the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore
No,
last
no.
year. And he threw for 150
Yeah, exactly.
yards, ran for
Yeah.
119 more as the
I know
Ravens
you
won
did well,
24-21 to kick
Yo,
off
he-
what became a 6-1 final
Every time
stretch
trying
to
to
get
play
the
games,
AFC
you
North title.
Get out of here. It's your big guys.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because when you
really.
see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed,
Yes,
it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
Get off me.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jordan Evans make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
How is it that I'm dropping all these easy passes and he has John Ross catching
So
up
loud.
3 people?
Big.
Yeah, just
Why are you so
Problems here.
loud?
sorry to say when I'm getting played by
so far in
Madden.
this first half.
And I'm over here dropping light passes and this freaking wide receivers are catching on my whole
It
team.
makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
I'm getting love tap
Kind of a
drops.
tough break there. No real hook or slice to
Dude's
that one,
catching
but
on
he's
3
denied by the
people.
upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Dalton. That's
Look at that. And he holds on to it. If that was me, they would have dropped
A
it.
good pickup there.
Makes no
13
sense.
yards as they get
My
closer
guys
for
are
3rd
dropping
down.
everything.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
I'm not going to stay up.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Alpha. Bring it. Bring it. Mike 48.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Jackson on 1st down.
Oh, he's
The
open.
Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To try again after the sack. Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
The sack on 1st down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation. but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson.
Look at this.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
He finds Roberts complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here.
Touchdown.
A sack back
Wide
at the 32.
TD.
Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Can't throw the ball.
Now after
Wide
that
open
sack,
post
it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing on 3rd and long.
Jackson interference,
throw deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A big pickup of 38. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
We got 4. We got 4. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Interception, baby, all day.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, you know, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
This game's been filled with me dropping wide open passes and missing field goals.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Yeah. She's still with me.
Pick the play. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, kill them with something else.
On second down now, Bernard, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Try to get him in trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From midfield here, Dalton. And pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Dalton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Grant. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
One thing.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 2nd and 15 now. Dalton. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Dropping passes. These guys been catching on 3 people.
Let's go. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. No, trust. Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Go. Go. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Got it.
Jackson on 3rd and 1 from his end zone. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
See, Madden 19, you can jump 15 yards with the linebacker.
Past the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be
running back was all on.
Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him 1st downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you can...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Everybody's triple stack like that.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Jackson now on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On 1st down, here's Breida. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This one from 35 yards away. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Great. I'm going to miss it again.
And he missed it. It's
missed
no good.
3
And
field
this
goals
score will
because the
stay
kicking
right
shit
where it
glitched.
is. So more problems here. It's a 3rd missed field goal, and they can't even get on the board.
It's certainly been a struggle so far, and it's easy to pile on the kicker. But this offense has to do a better job of finishing drives, too.
I'm just going to stop punting when I go down here.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go. You. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no.
Throwing again. Dalton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Right.
He's got his man here. That's Green. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Andy Dalton now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Now a carry for Bernard. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the 41, Dalton got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, it's Grant, and an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Grant. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, Bernard. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
What type of glitch? I got stuck
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Did my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Wrong person. Stop switching me.
They'll run on first down.
Let him score. Let him score.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it...
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
All out blitz, and not one person gets there.
His first touchdown.
Not one person gets through, and yet I call hype. I'm getting sacked before I even take a step back.
Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
When Madden decides he wants to help someone in the game,
well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Look at that, look at that. Throwing the ball.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Being chased out left. He's got room to run past. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it.
Let him score. Just move
everybody.
Move everybody.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 31, Jackson buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Let him score.
There he goes, right side.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And they will take a knee here. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
They're running it.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Ready?
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bengals, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.